Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be running through how to claim your medical expenses tax back. If you've never heard of this before, you can get 20% back on the cost of your GP visits, your consultants, your IVF, your braces, your COVID tests. There's so many expenses that you can claim for, they're only a sample. These expenses can be for yourself or a family member, so for example for a child, once you have paid for them. So today I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you how to upload the information onto your revenue account and how to get your tax back. In this demonstration, I'm going to be using just a regular GP receipt. Obviously I have to hide information, so you have your date and the amount. Then I'm going to be looking at a prescription, so these blue slips that sometimes you run out to the chemist and you might have forgotten about, but these are really important to hold on to. I'm only going to be looking at these two receipts for today, but these might seem tiny to some people. Like this one is for €80 and the GP was 60, but this is tiny, but to some people they might have a lot more medical expenses than I do. I got a message on my DMs a couple of months ago, and it was this person that only for getting their tax back on their process of IVF, they were able to go for another round, which was just incredible news to get, and it just shows you how important it is to keep claiming your medical expenses tax back. Just a few notes on the prescriptions, this one. So this is capped at the €80, so whatever you pay, in this situation I paid €80, it's capped because of the drugs payment scheme. You can only claim for what you have paid, and something else to note is you can only claim this tax back if you're a taxpayer. Just a couple of other notes on what you can actually claim. So I get a lot of messages asking about, for example, the dental fillings and that. I have a lot of information over my Instagram to go through all of the allowable expenses, but no, you can't claim on your day-to-day routine dental expenses, your fillings and things like that. You can't claim on cosmetic surgery, so your Botox, your boob jobs, or no. Another big example on just talking about the dental expenses are your braces. If you've braces or your child or a family member has had braces in the last 4 years, be sure to get your 20% back on those because they're saucy. So for this example, I'm going to be claiming these two receipts for the current year of 2022, and it's now October, so I'm going to be uploading these onto my current tax year of 2022. So what happens here then is I'm going to be claiming these receipts for the year of 2022 tax year. So what happens is revenue will then increase my tax credits, so I will pay a little less tax for the remainder of this year. A couple of frequently asked questions are to do with receipts. Yes, you do need to keep receipts and upload a copy. If you're somebody that may have a lot of receipts, for example from the chemist or the pharmacy, I would highly recommend going into your pharmacy and asking them for a Med1 report. It looks something like this, obviously without the pink post-its covering it, but basically they can print out a statement for the full year for you for all prescription medication that you would have got from that pharmacy. You can upload this statement as one receipt then when you're going into your revenue account. It's so much easier and faster. And the best thing is, if you've never claimed any of these for the last 4 years and you know you've had prescriptions, you can go into your pharmacy and they can go back the last 4 years and print these off for you. Please remember also, if you have a tax liability from a prior year that's coming forward and you know you owe it, and you've never claimed any of these medical expenses before, if you claim the medical expenses, they will reduce your tax liability coming forward. So it's definitely worth looking into if you have any of these medical expenses that you know you can claim. This is an example of one I had from a prior year. I think this was 2020, and it was so much easier. I got to print out the full year and then claim it all back in the following January. So I got a nice little tax refund in that case. You might also be able to do this for your GP if they're quite, if their systems are more modern, I guess. In a lot of clinics, they might have this set up. But unfortunately, a lot of doctors and GPs who are kind of behind the times, I hate to say it, but they manually write their receipts. So if you're trying to get one that you might have missed or forgot to get or threw it away, you will have an awful time trying to get them to rewrite your receipt. So either you need to remember to keep your receipts or ask them if they can print you out a statement of all of your appointments throughout the year. Another frequently asked question is to do with health insurance, your LAI, VHI, for example. If you've already claimed a refund from them, what you need to do, I will show you that. So these are the two receipts that I'm going to be using for this demonstration. This is my GP receipt and my prescriptions. So what you're going to do is take a picture of each of these individually, obviously without anything covering them up. And the most important information you're going to need is the amount paid by you and the date. I advise you to save these pictures to your desktop and do your uploading through your desktop because it's just a lot easier than on your phone. So the first thing you're going to do is log into your My account on revenue.ie, and it's going to bring you to your dashboard here. If you've never logged into Revenue before, be sure to get registered. They'll have to send a pin out to you. It takes a couple of days, but once you're set up, then you're good to go. So in here, you're going to see your receipts tracker down on the left-hand side under PAYE services. You're going to click on this. Also, before I continue, I really recommend you using a laptop or desktop to complete anything to do with revenue, because when you're doing this on your phone, sometimes not all of the like features and buttons come up. So it's just so much easier on a laptop or a desktop. That's just my top tip. So once you're in here, then you can see this is where you're going to upload your receipts, and you can see here under 2022 that I've already got a couple of receipts included there. So what you're going to do is click on Add New Receipt, and in here you're going to enter the information on the receipt. So the first receipt I'm going to upload is the one for the GP. So the date on this receipt was the 13th of September 2022. Then the category is going to be health. Subcategory is going to be general. If you had dental expenses, the non-routine dental expenses, you're going to be selecting this option here. So for now, it's a general expense. The amount paid by me was €60. Are you expecting any refund from a third-party expense? I'm not, because I did not get a refund from my health insurance for this receipt already. If you did, you would be clicking on yes, and you'd be entering the information that you got back. So for example, this receipt was €60, and let's just say you got €30 back from your LAI, your VHI, you'd be including that €30 there. Then you claim your relief on the balance. So then scrolling down, you're going to click on upload a copy of that receipt. So as you can see there, I have uploaded the copy of my receipt, and you're going to click on add receipt. So that means it's all good to go. Continue a claim or back to summary or add another receipt, which I'm going to do next for my prescriptions. So again, you're going to grab the receipt and enter the information on it. So for this one, this was dated the 11th of August 2022. Category is going to be health. Same again. Paid by me was €80. There was no refund from insurance. And then I'm going to upload a copy of the receipt. Add receipt. Then with those two uploaded, we can go click on continue with claim. You will be able to see the two receipts that I've just uploaded. Ignore the top line, that was just me trying something out earlier. So these are the two receipts that I've just uploaded. You're going to make sure the boxes are ticked, and then you're going to click on claim credit. So this total here, gross relief due, this is including all of the receipts that I've uploaded already this year so far. So Revenue have just included now my €60 and my €80 into this, and they have increased my tax credits by €50 for the year 2022. Have you claimed all the tax credits you're entitled to? Yes. and yes. So from here, you're just going to click on declaration, sign and submit. You're basically just going to sign in again and you're done. In a couple of days, Revenue will update your tax credit certificate, and you can find that on your dashboard here. If you go to My Documents up at the top, click on the latest year you were uploading receipts for, and then click on the latest PDF. You'll see a new one that will be in bold here, and you'll just click on View PDF. So when you get your tax cert, it's going to look something like this, and in tax credits, in that section, you're going to see health expenses listed, and you'll see here that mine was €22, and when I get my new tax cert in a couple of days, this is going to be updated up to €50 in total, and that will include €28 that I'm getting back. So as a result, I will pay a little less tax for the remainder of the year. You might be asking why don't I wait till the end of the year and just claim it all back in January of next year for this year and just get a tax refund? You can do that. Some people opt to wait until the year end when the year is finished, and then next January you can complete your income tax return and you'll get a nice little lump sum back. But it's up to you. Revenue actually allow you to do this throughout the year now to claim your relief, so why not? If you haven't claimed for the last 4 years and you're catching up since you've heard you can do this, you will be going back to 2018 to 2021. Once you upload all of these receipts, you will need to complete your income tax return for that year. Revenue will pay you a tax refund if you are due one. Normally, if you owe tax for something else in a prior year, they will knock it off against that, which is great to reduce the liability. But if everything is up to date and in order, you'll just get a tax refund. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope it was easy enough to follow. And if you have any questions at all, please pop them in the comments and I'll do my best to help you out. In the next video, I'm going to be showing you the steps of how to complete your income tax return so you can get this refund back. So I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you again soon.